Hey guys, what's up? You're watching Up and Adam. My name's Adam Knoll. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm the guy bringing you guys all the weekly interviews and recaps from your favorite celebrities and pop culture influencers. Now, of course, today is no different. Today, we're back to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Erika Girardi and her former makeup artist is now speaking out. What? Okay, we're going to jump into all of that. But before we do, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Now with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so it looks like Troy Jensen, who is Erika's former makeup artist, and he also helped create her alter ego, Erika Jayne. He's opening up about not only working with her, but sharing what the dynamic is like between Erika and Tom Girardi from his perspective. Now, we're going to hear a lot of things from people who've worked with Erika in the past, and I'm sure some will be not so great and some will probably be in her favor. But for Troy Jensen, apparently they had a falling out. Well, this is what was said. Troy Jensen has worked with Kim Kardashian, Mariah Carey, Erika Jayne, and a ton of other celebrities, but began working with Erika technically 10 years ago. And he was brought in by the star's longtime squad leader, Mikey Minden. That's what they're saying. And we all know Mikey because we've seen him on the show multiple times. At the time that he was brought in, Erika had not yet joined the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. He was literally brought in to help her brand herself, from what he's saying, create this image and kind of do just a whole Erika, this is the man that we're hearing is responsible for Erika Jayne. Well, Erika Girardi is responsible for Erika Jayne, but this is the man who helped make it all happen, allegedly. He shared with Heather McDonald on her Juicy Scoop podcast that I wasn't just her makeup artist. I oversaw pretty much everything creative. I did her photography. I was overseeing the development of her website. I did her merch and even the logo that she still uses today. He said, that's what I was brought in to do. I was brought in to essentially create her image. Troy said that at one point he was getting paid so well by Erika Girardi, Erika Jayne, Tom Girardi, whatever you want to say, whoever paid Troy. He was saying he was getting paid so well at one point that he began kind of distancing himself from his other clients so he could focus on Erika Jayne. You distance yourself from Mariah Carey and Kim Kardashian for Erika Jayne? Must have been some good money. Now, as for who was signing the paycheck, Troy said that it was Tom Girardi who was always the one who would pay him. And while sometimes he would wait 30 to 60 days to get paid, not with Erika and what was going on with this recreating or creating an image for her, he was always paid in a matter of days. Troy said that he would turn in his invoice on Monday and be paid by Wednesday, but he also explained he was paid by Tom's office. He was never paid out of EJ Global LLC. I was always paid by Tom's office. Interesting. Now, we've all heard that Tom Girardi was allegedly embezzling millions of dollars and he was funding this lavish lifestyle for Erika Girardi, Erika Jayne, both of them, but he was funding this lavish lifestyle in order to help her launch her career. Well, from what Troy is claiming, when it came to Erika Girardi's career as Erika Jayne, the pop star, Tom Girardi would spare no expense. He would pretty much fork out however much money it took. Troy did add, though, when it came to the dynamic of Eric and Tom's relationship, it didn't really feel like it was a romantic relationship. It kind of came off a little bit competitive. And he also gave us like a quick reflection on looking back at one of the moments that he witnessed between the two after a concert. Well, this is what Troy said. I remember one time when they were together and we were maybe getting ready for a show or something like that, but Tom came in and he said, "Hey, how's it going?" And she goes, "How was your day, dear?" And he goes, "Oh, I made $3 billion today." And then she added, after he said, "How about you?" "Well, I just sang in front of 3 billion queens." That's why Troy is kind of letting us know it felt a little too competitive. Now, Heather did ask Troy, did Erika have a boyfriend at the time? And he said, "I'd rather not comment on that. I plead the fifth." Okay, Troy Jensen, what do you know? I'm curious. Troy also added to this conversation, "I worked with her very closely, so I got to know her very well. And I got to know her and her dynamic. And this Erika Jayne project was probably the most important thing to her. More than anything, more than probably her marriage, more than anything that she's doing, And also, this was something I think she always wanted to do. He went on to explain, I think for whatever reason, Tom gave her this opportunity with sparing no expense. Yeah, well, never mind. Okay, let's keep it moving. Like they say, all good things must come to an end, and it sounds like Troy was seemingly fired after him, Erika, and Mikey came to blows. Obviously, that would be verbal blows, but according to Troy, he felt disrespected after Mikey disapproved a look he styled for the expensive to be me singer, causing him to lash out at Erika. Why would you lash out at? Okay, Troy, I have to be Team Erika on that one. You can't lash out at Erika because Mikey's not wanting her to wear a certain outfit. Can you? There's more. Troy said that I said some really terrible things. I said you're a wannabe pop star and you're trying to buy your way to the top. He said that he also later apologized and she accepted it, but since then, they have never worked together again. Guys, there's a lot to digest here, but my biggest question for you is, what do you think about this makeup artist, Troy Jensen, coming out and explaining from his perspective what the dynamic was like between Erika and Tom, calling it sort of an arrangement and saying that they were competitive? Does that even surprise you? Because I have to say, it doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, this is still his perspective and she might have a totally different perspective, but from hearing what he's saying, I'm not shocked by this. And when he said that Tom would spare no expense in order to make sure that the Erika Jayne project was successful and that she was going to be able to have this pop star career that she always wanted, I'm not surprised by that either. What I do want to know more about, though, is when Troy pleads the fifth, when asked about if Erika Girardi had a boyfriend at one point. Yeah. Troy, give us more of that. Heather McDonald, you should have dug in on this one. You should have been like, plead the fifth, not here, not today. Give us the goods, give us the information, give us a name, give us something. But I guess everybody deserves some sort of private life, so we'll give that to them. All right, go ahead and comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are. And also, when he played coy and gave us the Fifth Amendment that he pled, do you think there was another person? And if you do, what or who do you think that person would be? I just want to pick your guys' brains because you come out of here with comments all the way from the left, and sometimes you throw me for a loop, and I'm like, oh, I didn't think about that. So you know what to do. Happy Monday, everybody. If you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Now with that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.